미국인들이 자주 쓰는 구동사 20개.
1번 take off.
The plane took off at 7 a.m. The plane took off at 7 a.m. 비행기가 오전 7시에 이륙했다. She took off her jacket because it was too hot. She took off her jacket because it was too hot. 그녀는 너무 더워서 재킷을 벗었다. His business really took off last year. His business really took off last year. 그의 사업은 작년에 정말 급성장했다. He took off without saying goodbye. He took off without saying goodbye. 그는 인사도 없이 갑자기 떠났다.
2번 setup.
We need to set up the chairs for the meeting. We need to set up the chairs for the meeting. 우리는 회의를 위해 의자를 세팅해야 한다. He set up his own company when he was 25. He set up his own company when he was 25. 그는 25살 때 자신의 회사를 설립했다.
3번 broke down.
My car broke down on the way to work. My car broke down on the way to work. 내 차가 출근길에 고장났다. She broke down in tears after hearing the news. She broke down in tears after hearing the news. 그녀는 그 소식을 듣고 눈물을 터뜨렸다. Let me break down the costs for you. Let me break down the costs for you. 비용을 자세히 설명해 줄게요.
turn out.
It turned out that he was right. It turned out that he was right. 결국 그가 옳았다는 것이 밝혀졌다. A lot of people turned out for the event. A lot of people turned out for the event. 많은 사람들이 그 행사에 참석했다. The factory turns out thousands of products every day. The factory turns out thousands of products every day. 그 공장은 매일 수천 개의 제품을 생산한다.
Go on.
The meeting went on for 3 hours. The meeting went on for 3 hours. 회의는 3시간 동안 계속되었다. What's going on here? What's going on here? 여기서 무슨 일이 일어나고 있는 거야? He went on talking for an hour. He went on talking for an hour. 그는 1시간 동안 계속 말했다.
Give in.
After hours of arguing, he finally gave in. After hours of arguing, he finally gave in. 몇 시간 동안 논쟁한 끝에 그는 결국 굴복했다. I need to give in my assignment by tomorrow. I need to give in my assignment by tomorrow. 나는 내일까지 과제를 제출해야 한다.
Come across.
I came across an old photo while cleaning. I came across an old photo while cleaning. 나는 청소하다가 오래된 사진을 우연히 발견했다. He comes across as a very confident person. He comes across as a very confident person. 그는 매우 자신감 있는 사람처럼 보인다.
Make up.
They had a fight, but they soon made up. They had a fight, but they soon made up. 그들은 싸웠지만 곧 화해했다. Women make up 60% of the workforce. Women make up 60% of the workforce. 여성들이 노동력의 60%를 차지한다. He made up an excuse for being late. He made up an excuse for being late. 지각한 변명을 지어냈다.
Hold on.
Hold on, I'll be right back. Hold on, I'll be right back. 잠깐만 기다려, 금방 올게. Hold on to the railing when using the stairs. Hold on to the railing when using the stairs. 계단을 이용할 때 난간을 꽉 잡아.
Get over.
It took her a long time to get over the breakup. It took her a long time to get over the breakup. 그녀는 이별을 극복하는 데 오랜 시간이 걸렸다. I hope you get over your cold soon. I hope you get over your cold soon. 네가 빨리 감기에서 회복하길 바란다.
Call off.
They called off the wedding due to personal reasons. They called off the wedding due to personal reasons. 그들은 개인적인 이유로 결혼식을 취소했다. The match was called off because of the rain. The match was called off because of the rain. 경기는 비 때문에 중단되었다.
Cut down on.
I'm trying to cut down on sugar. I'm trying to cut down on sugar. 나는 설탕 섭취를 줄이려고 노력 중이다. They cut down several trees in the park. They cut down several trees in the park. 그들은 공원에서 여러 그루의 나무를 베어냈다.
Drop off.
I'll drop you off at the airport. I'll drop you off at the airport. 내가 너를 공항에 내려줄게. Can you drop off the package at the post office? Can you drop off the package at the post office? 그 소포를 우체국에 맡겨줄 수 있어? He dropped off while watching TV. He dropped off while watching TV. 그는 TV를 보다가 깜빡 잠들어.
Fill out.
Please fill out this form before the interview. Please fill out this form before the interview. 면접 전에 이 양식을 작성해 주세요. He's really filled out since high school. He's really filled out since high school. 그는 고등학교 이후로 체격이 많이 커졌다.
Go through.
She went through a lot last year. She went through a lot last year. 그녀는 작년에 많은 일을 겪었다. Let's go through the documents one more time. Let's go through the documents one more time. 서류를 한 번 더 검토해보자.
Hold up.
The traffic held me up this morning. The traffic held me up this morning. 오늘 아침 교통체증이 나를 지연시켰다. How is your new phone holding up? How is your new phone holding up? 네, 새 휴대폰은 잘 버티고 있니?
Put up with.
I can't put up with this noise anymore. I can't put up with this noise anymore. 나는 더 이상 이 소음을 참을 수 없다.
Run out of.
We ran out of milk, so I need to go to the store. We ran out of milk, so I need to go to the store. 우유가 다 떨어져서 가게에 가야 해.
Show up.
He didn't show up at the meeting. He didn't show up at the meeting. 그는 회의에 나타나지 않았다. The stains show up more under bright light. The stains show up more under bright light. 얼룩이 밝은 빛 아래에서 더 두드러져 보인다.
Work out.
I work out at the gym every morning. I work out at the gym every morning. 나는 매일 아침 헬스장에서 운동한다. Everything will work out in the end. Everything will work out in the end. 결국 모든 것이 잘 풀릴 거야. Can you work out the total cost? Can you work out the total cost? 총 비용을 계산해 줄 수 있어?
귀로 듣는 영어 미국인들이 자주 쓰는 구동사 20개 두 번째.
Bring up.
I don't want to bring up my ex-boyfriend. I don't want to bring up my ex-boyfriend. 전 남자친구 얘기는 꺼내고 싶지 않아.
Drop by.
She dropped by to say hello. She dropped by to say hello. 그녀가 인사하려고 잠깐 들렀다.
Figure out.
I can't figure out what he's trying to say. I can't figure out what he's trying to say. 나는 그가 무슨 말을 하려는 건지 이해할 수 없어. We need to figure out a way to fix this issue. We need to figure out a way to fix this issue. 우리는 이 문제를 해결할 방법을 찾아야 해. She figured out where he was hiding. She figured out where he was hiding. 그녀는 그가 어디에 숨었는지 알아냈다. I need some time to figure out what to do next. I need some time to figure out what to do next. 다음에 무엇을 할지 결정할 시간이 좀 필요해.
Get along with.
I get along well with my coworkers. I get along well with my coworkers. 나는 직장 동료들과 잘 지낸다.
Give up.
I won't give up on my dreams. I won't give up on my dreams. 나는 내 꿈을 포기하지 않을 거야. You should give up junk food if you want to lose weight. You should give up junk food if you want to lose weight. 살을 빼고 싶다면 정크푸드를 끊어야 해. He gave up his seat to an elderly woman. He gave up his seat to an elderly woman. 그는 노인에게 자리를 양보했다. The soldiers gave up after running out of supplies. The soldiers gave up after running out of supplies. 그 군인들은 보급품이 떨어진 후 항복했다. The spy gave up classified information. The spy gave up classified information. 그 스파이는 기밀 정보를 넘겼다.
Look after.
She looks after her younger brother. She looks after her younger brother. 그녀는 남동생을 돌본다.
Look forward to.
She looks forward to her vacation every year. She looks forward to her vacation every year. 그녀는 매년 휴가를 기대한다.
Pass out.
He passed out from the heat. He passed out from the heat. 그는 더위 때문에 기절했다. The teacher passed out the test papers. The teacher passed out the test papers. 선생님이 시험지를 나눠주었다.
Pick up.
Can you pick up that paper for me? Can you pick up that paper for me? 저 종이 좀 주워줄래? I'll pick you up at 7 p.m. I'll pick you up at 7 p.m. 7시에 너를 태우러 갈게. She picked up Spanish while traveling. She picked up Spanish while traveling. 그녀는 여행하면서 스페인어를 배웠다.
Put off.
They put off the meeting until next week. They put off the meeting until next week. 그들은 회의를 다음 주로 미뤘다. The smell of the food put me off. The smell of the food put me off. 그 음식 냄새가 나를 불쾌하게 만들었어. Don't let negative comments put you off. Don't let negative comments put you off. 부정적인 태그 때문에 기운 빠지지 마. He tried to ask her out, but she put him off. He tried to ask her out, but she put him off. 그는 그녀에게 데이트 신청을 했지만 그녀는 거절했다.
Run into.
I ran into my old friend at the mall. I ran into my old friend at the mall. 나는 쇼핑몰에서 옛 친구를 우연히 만났다.
Take after.
He takes after his father in personality. He takes after his father in personality. 그는 성격이 아버지를 닮았다.
Turn down.
She turned down his job offer. She turned down his job offer. 그녀는 그의 직장 제안을 거절했다. Can you turn down the music? Can you turn down the music? 음악 소리 좀 줄여줄래?
Carry on.
He carried on talking despite the noise. He carried on talking despite the noise. 그는 소음에도 불구하고 계속 이야기했다.
Catch up.
He ran faster to catch up with his friends. He ran faster to catch up with his friends. 그는 친구들을 따라잡기 위해 더 빨리 뛰었다. Let's meet for coffee and catch up. Let's meet for coffee and catch up. 우리 커피 마시면서 밀린 이야기 좀 하자. She caught up on all the gossip at work. She caught up on all the gossip at work. 그녀는 직장에서의 모든 소문을 업데이트했다. We need to catch up on our reports. We need to catch up on our reports. 우리는 밀린 보고서를 끝내야 해.
Check out.
Check out this new restaurant. Check out this new restaurant. 이 새 레스토랑 한번 가봐.
Hold back.
She couldn't hold back her tears. She couldn't hold back her tears. 그녀는 눈물을 참지 못했다.
Let down.
I don't want to let you down. I don't want to let you down. 너를 실망시키고 싶지 않아.
Look up to.
I have always looked up to my grandfather. I have always looked to my grandfather. 나는 항상 할아버지를 존경해왔다.
Keep up with.
I can't keep up with his fast pace. I can't keep up with his fast pace. 나는 그의 빠른 속도를 따라갈 수 없어. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe.
실생활에서 많이 쓰는 구동사 20개의 세 번째, 20 phrasal verbs commonly used in daily life. Bring about.
The new law brought about major changes in education. The new law brought about major changes in education. 새 법이 교육에 큰 변화를 가져왔다.
Carry out.
We need to carry out more research on this topic. We need to carry out more research on this topic. 이 주제에 대한 추가 연구를 수행해야 해.
Fall apart.
The old chair fell apart when I sat on it. The old chair fell apart when I sat on it. 내가 앉았을 때 그 낡은 의자가 부서졌어. She fell apart after hearing the bad news. She fell apart after hearing the bad news. 그녀는 나쁜 소식을 듣고 무너졌어.
Look into.
The police are looking into the case. The police are looking into the case. 경찰이 사건을 조사하고 있어.
Put up with.
I can't put up with this noise anymore. I can't put up with this noise anymore. 난 이 소음을 더 이상 참을 수. We have no choice but to put up with the delay. We have no choice but to put up with the delay. 우리는 지연을 받아들일 수밖에 없어.
Back up.
Can you back me up in the meeting? Can you back me up in the meeting? 회의에서 나 좀 지원해 줄 수 있어? Always back up your important files. Always back up your important files. 항상 중요한 파일을 백업해둬. Please back up a little so I can park. Please back up a little so I can park. 주차하려니까 좀 뒤로 가줄래?
Blow up.
The car suddenly blew up. The car suddenly blew up. 그 차가 갑자기 폭발했어. He blew up when he heard the bad news. He blew up when he heard the bad news. 그는 나쁜 소식을 듣고 폭발했어. Can you blow up this photo? Can you blow up this photo? 이 사진을 확대해 줄 수 있어?
Break into.
Someone broke into my house last night. Someone broke into my house last night. 어젯밤 누군가 우리 집에 침입했어. The singer suddenly broke into song in the middle of the interview. The singer suddenly broke into song in the middle of the interview. 그 가수는 인터뷰 중에 갑자기 노래를 부르기 시작했어. Many startups are trying to break into the global market. Many startups are trying to break into the global market. 많은 스타트업들이 글로벌 시장에 진출하려 하고 있어. A fire broke out in the building. A fire broke out in the building. 건물에서 화재가 발생했어. 3 prisoners broke out of jail. 3 prisoners broke out of jail. 3명의 죄수가 감옥에서 탈출했어.
Call up.
I'll call you up later. I'll call you up later. 나중에 전화할게. He was called up for military service. He was called up for military service. 그는 군대에 소집되었어.
Come up.
Something urgent came up, so I can't make it. Something urgent came up, so I can't make it. 급한 일이 생겨서 못 갈 것 같아. Her birthday is coming up soon. Her birthday is coming up soon. 그녀의 생일이 곧 다가와.
Put on.
She put on her coat before leaving. She put on her coat before leaving. 그녀는 나가기 전에 코트를 입었어. The school put on a great play. The school put on a great play. 학교에서 멋진 연극을 무대에 올렸어. I've put on some weight recently. I've put on some weight recently. 나는 최근에 살이 좀 쪘어.
Act up.
My computer is acting up again. My computer is acting up again. 내 컴퓨터가 또 말썽이야. The kids acted up in class today. The kids acted up in class today. 아이들이 오늘 수업에서 말썽을 부렸어.
Add up.
His story doesn't add up. Something's off. His story doesn't add up. Something's off. 그의 이야기는 말이 안 돼. 뭔가 이상해. Can you add up these numbers? Can you add up these numbers? 이 숫자들 좀 합산해 줄 수 있어?
Break in.
Someone tried to break in last night. Someone tried to break in last night. 어젯밤 누군가 침입하려고 했어. I need to break in my new shoes before the marathon. I need to break in my new shoes before the marathon. 마라톤 전에 새 신발을 기들여야 해. She kept breaking in while I was talking. She kept breaking in while I was talking. 내가 말하는 동안 그녀가 계속 끼어들었어.
Come down with.
I think I'm coming down with a cold. I think I'm coming down with a cold. 나 감기에 걸린 것 같아.
Do away with.
They want to do away with old traditions. They want to do away with old traditions. 그들은 오래된 전통을 없애고 싶어 해.
Fall for.
She fell for him instantly. She fell for him instantly. 그녀는 그에게 단번에 반했어. I can't believe I fell for that scam. I can't believe I fell for that scam. 내가 그 사기에 속았다는 게 믿기지 않아. He got away with cheating on the test. He got away with cheating on the test. 그는 시험에서 부정행위를 했지만 걸리지 않았어. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe.
Away.
Don't throw away the receipt. You might need it. Don't throw away the receipt. You might need it. 영수증 버리지 마. 필요할 수도 있어. He threw away his chance to get the promotion. He threw away his chance to get the promotion. 그는 승진 기회를 날려버렸다. Are you really going to throw away your dream? Are you really going to throw away your dream? 정말 너의 꿈을 포기할 거야? He threw away a rude comment during the meeting. He threw away a rude comment during the meeting. 그는 회의 중에 무심코 무례한 말을 던졌다.
Wake up.
I usually wake up at 7 a.m. I usually wake up at 7 a.m. 나는 보통 오전 7시에 깬다. She finally woke up to how unhealthy her lifestyle was. She finally woke up to how unhealthy her lifestyle was. 그녀는 마침내 자신의 생활 방식이 얼마나 건강에 해로운지 깨달았다. The teacher's words woke up the entire class. The teacher's words woke up the entire class. 선생님의 말이 반 전체를 정신 차리게 했다. A cup of coffee always wakes me up in the morning. A cup of coffee always wakes me up in the morning. 커피 한 잔은 아침에 나를 항상 깨운다.
Wear out.
I wore out my favorite shoes after wearing them every day. I wore out my favorite shoes after wearing them every day. 나는 매일 신어서 가장 좋아하는 신발이 다 닳아버렸다. Running after the kids all day wore me out. Running after the kids all day wore me out. 하루 종일 아이들을 쫓아다니느라 완전히 지쳤다. The painkillers wore out after a few hours. The painkillers wore out after a few hours. 진통제의 효과가 몇 시간 후에 사라졌다.
Come forward.
Several witnesses came forward with new information about the crime. Several witnesses came forward with new information about the crime. 몇몇 목격자가 범죄에 대한 새로운 정보를 제공했다. She came forward to lead the team after the manager left. She came forward to lead the team after the manager left. 매니저가 떠난 후 그녀가 팀을 이끌겠다고 나섰다. After months in hiding, the missing person finally came forward. After months in hiding, the missing person finally came forward. 몇 달 동안 숨어있던 실종자가 마침내 모습을 드러냈다.
Cut out.
She cut out the article from the newspaper. She cut out the article from the newspaper. 그녀는 신문에서 기사를 잘라냈다. I need to cut out sugar from my diet. I need to cut out sugar from my diet. 나는 식단에서 설탕을 없애야 한다. The engine cut out in the middle of the highway. The engine cut out in the middle of the highway. 고속도로 한가운데에서 엔진이 멈췄다. I'm not cut out for teaching. I'm not cut out for teaching. 나는 교사 일이 적성에 맞지 않는다.
Get across.
She finally got across her feelings. She finally got across her feelings. 그녀는 마침내 자신의 감정을 전달했다. We need to get across the river before sunset. We need to get across the river before sunset. 우리는 해가 지기 전에 강을 건너야 한다.
Pick on.
Why do you always pick on me? Why do you always pick on me? 왜 항상 나만 괴롭히는 거야? The teacher seems to pick on her for no reason. The teacher seems to pick on her for no reason. 선생님은 아무 이유 없이 그녀를 자꾸 지적하는 것 같다. The coach picked on me to lead the warm-up. The coach picked on me to lead the warm-up. 코치는 나를 골라서 준비 운동을 이끌게 했다.
Put down.
He always puts me down in front of others. He always puts me down in front of others. 그는 항상 다른 사람들 앞에서 나를 비하한다. I'll put down the phone number on a piece of paper. I'll put down the phone number on a piece of paper. 나는 종이에 전화번호를 적을 것이다. She put down the book on the table. She put down the book on the table. 그녀는 책을 테이블에 조심스럽게 놓았다. Please put down the work and take a break. Please put down the work and take a break. 일을 내려놓고 쉬어라.
Settle down.
After the argument, she took a few deep breaths to settle down. After the argument, she took a few deep breaths to settle down. 논쟁 후 그녀는 진정하기 위해 몇 번 깊게 숨을 쉬었다. They decided to settle down in the countryside after marriage. They decided to settle down in the countryside after marriage. 그들은 결혼 후 시골에 정착하기로 결심했다.
Get ahead.
She worked hard to get ahead in her career. She worked hard to get ahead in her career. 그녀는 경력에서 발전하기 위해 열심히 일했다. In a competitive market, it's important to get ahead of the competition. In a competitive market, it's important to get ahead of the competition. 경쟁 시장에서 경쟁자보다 앞서가는 것이 중요하다. If you get ahead with your assignments, you'll have more free time later. If you get ahead with your assignments, you'll have more free time later. 과제를 미리 끝내면 나중에 더 많은 자유시간이 생길 것이다.
Give out.
The teacher gave out the assignments to the class. The teacher gave out the assignments to the class. 선생님은 반에 과제를 나누어 주었다. The engine gave out on the way to the airport. The engine gave out on the way to the airport. 공항 가는 길에 엔진이 고장이 났다. The flowers give out a sweet fragrance. The flowers give out a sweet fragrance. 꽃들은 달콤한 향기를 발산한다. I gave out after running the marathon. I gave out after running the marathon. 나는 마라톤을 뛰고 나서 지쳤다.
Hang up.
She suddenly hung up the phone without saying goodbye. She suddenly hung up the phone without saying goodbye. 그녀는 작별 인사도 없이 갑자기 전화를 끊었다. The project was hung up by legal issues. The project was hung up by legal issues. 그 프로젝트는 법적 문제로 지연되었다. He's still hung up on his ex-girlfriend. He's still hung up on his ex-girlfriend. 그는 아직도 전 여자친구를 잊지 못하고 있다. She hung up the painting in the living room. She hung up the painting in the living room. 그녀는 거실에 그림을 걸었다.
Let in.
Can you let me in? It's freezing outside. Can you let me in? It's freezing outside. 나 좀 들어가게 해줄래? 밖이 너무 추워. They finally let me in on their plan. They finally let me in on their plan. 그들이 마침내 나에게 그들의 계획을 알려줬어.
Make up for.
Nothing can make up for lost time. Nothing can make up for lost time. 잃어버린 시간을 만회할 수 있는 건 없다. He brought flowers to make up for the argument. He brought flowers to make up for the argument. 그는 싸운 걸 만회하려고 꽃을 사왔다. Her enthusiasm makes up for her lack of experience. Her enthusiasm makes up for her lack of experience. 그녀의 열정이 경험 부족을 보완한다.
Move on.
You can't change the past, so just move on. You can't change the past, so just move on. 과거는 바꿀 수 없으니까 그냥 잊고 앞으로 나아가. After finishing the project, we moved on to the next task. After finishing the project, we moved on to the next task. 프로젝트를 끝낸 후 우리는 다음 업무로 넘어갔어. He moved on to a better job. He moved on to a better job. 그는 더 좋은 직장으로 이직했어.
Set aside.
I set aside some money for my vacation. I set aside some money for my vacation. 나는 휴가를 위해 돈을 좀 따로 모아뒀어. Let's set aside our differences and work together. Let's set aside our differences and work together. 우리의 의견 차이는 제쳐두고 함께 일하자. The court set aside the previous ruling. The court set aside the previous ruling. 법원은 이전 판결을 무효화했어.
Zone out.
I totally zoned out during the lecture. I totally zoned out during the lecture. 강의 중에 완전 멍 때렸어.
Go off.
My alarm went off at 6 a.m. My alarm went off at 6 a.m. 알람이 아침 6시에 울렸어. He went off on me for no reason. He went off on me for no reason. 그가 아무 이유 없이 나한테 화를 냈어. The milk has gone off. Don't drink it. The milk has gone off. Don't drink it. 우유가 상했어. 마시지 마. The party really went off last night. The party really went off last night. 어젯밤 파티는 정말 뜨거웠어. He just went off without saying goodbye. He just went off without saying goodbye. 그는 인사도 없이 그냥 떠났어.
Put out.
Can you put out the candle? Can you put out the candle? 꺼줄래? They put out a new album last month. They put out a new album last month. 그들은 지난달에 새 앨범을 발매했어. I don't want to put you out, but can you help me? I don't want to put you out, but can you help me? 불편하게 하고 싶진 않은데 좀 도와줄 수 있어? He seemed really put out by her comment. He seemed really put out by her comment. 그는 그녀의 말에 정말 기분이 상한 것 같았어. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe.